Joe Pontillo, and welcome to another episode of Bagel Talk here at the beautiful Blue Moon Hotel on Orchard Street in New York City, just south of Delancey Street. And we've got a single bagel that I think we're all sharing. I'm not sure what's happening here. But my guests today are Matt and Allison. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having us.
And they are behind the Madame Morbid tours. Madame Morbid, or okay.
Matt and Morbid.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
there you go. See,
She's Madame Morbid.
Oh, okay.
In all reality.
I looked it up. I've actually heard of you guys before today.
Ooh.
Yes. I didn't quite know what you guys did, but now, first of all, you guys have a trolley. Where does one find a trolley in this day and age?
So we built it from a Ford chassis. It's a replica turn-of-the-century trolley.
Oh.
And then we decorated the inside to look like turn-of-the-century funeral parlors. So there's like chandeliers, tufted leather seats, a fog machine.
Nice.
And really nice woodwork.
I think funeral parlors should have fog machines anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
They're missing the boat on that.
Open casket. That would be weird. That would be strange.
So, how long have you guys been doing this?
3 years?
We just celebrated our second anniversary on October 13th. We launched on Friday the 13th, naturally. Because
Perfect
we do
date
dark
for that.
history tours.
We've done 3 Halloweens so far.
But yeah, we've done 3 Halloween. So we're approaching year 3.
Oh, okay, fantastic. And what inspired you to get into it, besides the general morbidity of living in Brooklyn?
Well, my dad had a haunted house, so as a joke, I always used to be like, my plan B is to open a haunted house if everything else goes poorly.
Like an actual haunted house, or
No, it was,
To be fair, Allie, this is like plan G or F
It's
really
true.
for her. But
how many
what's your best
involve?
plan?
How many involve trolleys?
so far just this one.
Oh, okay.
But who knows? Maybe I'll do a horse and carriage next.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now that is haunting.
And yeah, so Brooklyn needed a ghost tour is the way that when she was
Yeah, and a mobile tour.
describing the idea to me, and then I was like,
Well, I
let's
originally
do this
wanted
together.
to do like one of those tiny school buses, and my friends were like, think bigger. So I did.
What is a tiny
Tiny school bus.
Well, you could have spray painted it all black and
Yeah, exactly.
filled it with fog.
The one in Chicago is a school bus.
Oh, okay.
School buses are creepy.
They're extremely creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never fix those seats on the
I
school
know.
bus. You
They're
know?
always like,
When I got my license to drive the trolley, I had to practice on a gigantic school bus, and it was terrifying to drive it around Queens and to get my bus driver's license.
You feel like you turn and you're going to just take out like 5 people.
And my driving instructor yelled at me the entire time, and I was like, I'm already nervous, and there's already a lot of anxiety here. I do not need... You're not helping me at all. This is your
the
technique.
cool thing about a school bus is you have your own stop sign.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of power.
Except, yeah, especially in like East Williamsburg, there's a lot of school buses that they pull over on this. They pull over like perpendicular, like in a horizontally, so they block off the whole street. They don't just pull over to the side of the street, which is hard to get used to.
So
That's powerful.
Oh, yeah. So you're the trolley driver, and I guess you're the pointer out of
ghost guy.
haunted, the ghost guy. There we go.
Somebody came out with that a couple weeks ago.
Ghost
I like it.
guy.
Ghost
Yeah,
guy.
we were. It's my dream to invent a ghost guide hat. So
I think
that's
that's a good idea.
Kind of like a
side-
kind of like a top hat.
Like Sherlock Holmes, anybody that does like investigative stuff has a specialized hat. Like Dick Tracy had a special hat. Sherlock Holmes.
I think your mom came up with that idea, right?
She did, yeah. So she
could have-
gave it to me though. She said I could have it.
You could have like a magnifying glass giveaway one night. I don't know. All sorts of
I have
things.
no idea what a ghost
Pipes.
hat is.
We do give away stuff on the trolley.
Oh yeah, we do. We have these syringe pens filled with fake blood. We give away like spider rings, vampire teeth.
Oh,
We have
that's
trivia
awesome.
on every tour.
I
so-
might book my next birthday party with you guys.
Okay. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyone do proms? Is that a thing?
We haven't had proms, but I mean, can I disclose
Uh-oh.
people who rented the trolley?
The Kardashians.
We did have.
Not yet.
I don't know. I feel like we've had some celebrities have birthday parties on with their
Yeah.
kids, and like really famous New York celebrities, which has been fun.
Yeah.
But like a little nerve wracking. And then
It's
we
definitely
sometimes have a tarot reader on, and it's funny that all these 13-year-old girls were like asking the tarot reader the same question, like, "What should we switch schools?" That it was like, I guess that's a big thing.
That's the
And-
big question these days.
13.
Well, I guess in New York City, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, when we have tarot readers, when it's an adult tour, everyone asks about their job. Should I switch jobs?
Mhm.
Almost exclusively.
Should I switch jobs? Should I switch relationships? Am I on the wrong trolley?
Literally, right?
Should I-
This isn't the B-52.
Should I have done this tour?
Is that a bit?
That's just a bad choice.
Yeah.
So looking at your website, you guys take people to a lot of I saw unmarked graves and murder sites. Those were the two that stuck out to me.
I mean, we're across from the Tenement Museum
Oh, yes.
right now. This neighborhood, which is very expensive in 2020, was, the grimiest of the grime. There was.
Yeah.
I love the history of Lower East Side. It's
Yeah.
so amazing.
Now there's an Equinox, which is appalling, but I guess
The exercise place.
Yeah,
the gym.
it's like
Oh.
really high-end stuff.
I know, it's very troubling. The soul of New York City is gone. So in one way, like all of New York City is sort of an unmarked grave.
Yeah,
of
they went to Philly.
Cooler things from the past.
Yeah.
It's true.
But that's so cool. And I assume you've never run into any issues with, like, I don't know, police or anything weird happening. Any actual hauntings?
Any actual hauntings? Not yet. We had this paranormal society contact us a couple of years ago, and they're like, after extensive research, we found that your trolley is haunted. It's like, well, we built it, so your credibility is
It's brand new.
But
Yeah.
somebody looked at it for 5 minutes and they were
Right?
like, ghosts.
exactly.
We've had some people capture what they thought were like orbs,
Oh,
which
yes.
are popular things to try to capture their camera. Like we have a few spots that we drive by in the tour that
If we didn't catch any, we're going to put some in with After Effects
Yeah,
for
do it
this.
in
Orbs.
put it right over her.
I have a pimple right here, so just focus
Just zoom
on it.
But yeah, so we meticulously researched the tour together and did a bunch of other ghost tours and kind of picked what we liked and what we didn't like about them. And Brooklyn, our spiel has always been that like Brooklyn has such a rich history and doesn't get a lot of credit for it, really. Like from the Revolutionary War to the Civil War to the Navy Yard to what happened during Prohibition and with all the mob stuff and. There's a lot of stories that are big, significant historical stories in terms of U.S. history that unfolded in Brooklyn, and we wanted to tell those through the lens of kind of morbid and death, but also just show the ever-changing dynamic of Brooklyn, which is constantly morphing and reinventing itself, but certain things stay.
I love that.
Yeah.
You should do a mob night where you just take the trolley to the East River and just be like, there's a bunch
Just
of bodies.
fish for bodies.
We drive over the
You can
Gowanus Canal. One of my dreams is to find a body. That's one of my a bucket list thing. Is
You'll be
find
able
a
to
dead body.
raise your prices quite a bit after that.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn actually has one of the most famous grave sites in the country, Harry Houdini's grave sites. I don't know if you guys have ever...
He's in Queens, right?
Is it Queens? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was
It's
in
in Queens,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Oh, all right, never mind. I changed. I didn't say that then. But yeah.
There's a Houdini museum in Pennsylvania, which there's a lot of. It's funny. Houdini's kind of like Edgar Allan Poe in that all these cities.
Oh,
claim him,
totally.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's
Like,
there's
he
like-
apparently haunts 5 different cities
Yeah,
simultaneously.
Magic.
It is,
Yeah.
exactly.
What? Didn't he die because he was punched in the stomach?
Yeah, he was
Which always
sucker
bugs
punched.
me out. I'm like, oh my god.
On
Imagine
Halloween,
you just
too.
get punched once and a couple days later you're like, well.
So there's a huge theory behind this. So he, the Victorian spiritualism movement, he wanted to debunk it and he basically dedicated the end of his life, he died young, but to debunking spiritualism, and apparently since it was such a big industry, they wanted to shut him up basically. So they think the guy who punched him was in on it
Oh, wow.
or whatever. Kind of interesting. I mean,
It's funny because he also ran with a lot of the spiritualists at the time, and then ended up like turning on everybody.
Yeah, because he thought they were
becoming a
taking
debunker.
advantage of people grieving.
Yeah, and they were. I mean, especially
Sure.
like there was a lot of like quackery happening in spiritualism.
And he told his wife a secret password, so when he died and she would go to mediums and seances to see if they would say the word, they didn't.
Yeah.
That's it. He lived in Harlem, I think, for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. He lived in a lot of places. But,
So now the big question, why you're really here today, is: would you consider selling bagels on the
Hell
tour?
yeah! Are you joking?
as
They have-
non-seeded bagels because
Well, of
Oh, yeah,
course.
your boy's got to clean them
Yeah.
up. So I'm not really trying to.
This is just a
sweep
display
up.
bagel. None of us are actually
We
eating
could
this.
do a
but
black bagel with charcoal.
Ooh,
That would be
Morbid
fun.
bagel, yeah.
I would definitely do
ghost
themed
pepper cream
bagels.
cheese. Exactly.
Well, and there's like in spiritualism, there's a lot of ring stuff. So maybe we could even do a tie-in and say that it's
Or make it like a
talking-
triangle, like Illuminati style.
A
Could be a-
coffin bagel.
Can you
Coffin bagel.
pentagram bagels.
We could do a pentagram bagel.
Pentagram pretzels.
People know what they're getting
Pentagram
into.
pretzels, sure.
Exactly.
Why? I mean, the world is.
Is it the same water that you make bagels and pretzels? The New York, what is it, hard water?
I'm getting word that
Soft
yes.
water, yes.
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
confirmation
Well,
from
then
our
you
people
can
over
make,
there.
some
Yeah.
pentagram pretzels.
But the muffins, they get the water for that from England. They
Oh
bring it
yeah,
over, yes. Just
that English water.
what's your favorite bagel, both of you? And topping.
Are you talking about brands? Because it's this one.
Duh.
I like egg bagels because it reminds me of challah.
Mm.
Then I scoop it out and put 2 times the cream cheese and red onion.
Mm.
But I don't toast it. I like it
I don't-
chewy.
Yeah, I don't think you should toast it with cream cheese, but butter. Really?
Oh
Anyway.
yeah.
He
I
puts
like a-
cheese on his.
I've recently gone vegan, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
now exploring the tofu cream cheeses, which are they're bad if you're eating real cream cheese, dairy cream cheese. Like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna switch it up today, but if you're 6 weeks into being vegan or something, then a tofu cream cheese bagel is really good. Sesame's my go-to. But every once in a while, I'll do an onion bagel. If I don't have to like talk to anybody closely that day, I'll have an onion bagel.
It is. It's a big decision to go for that onion bagel.
You used to be
Yeah.
big into smoked salmon cream cheese.
I like the lox, yeah, and I like capers.
Mm.
I used to hate capers
Really?
back in the day, but now I love capers. And so you can do like a veggie cream cheese with tomato, onion, and capers, and it's veggie tofu cream cheese.
Also,
I don't know.
BLTs on bagels are so good. It's like, you've got to try it.
Anything on
I
things.
feel like I know way too much about you guys now.
Hey, I'll tell you more.
So what's the website?
MadameMorbid.com. And then social media is Madame Morbid NYC.
Yeah, and
Nice.
we run for our little spiel. We run 5 days a week. We run tours.
All year round.
We hit 8 to 9 different neighborhoods, depending on how you categorize them. And we go into 400 years of history in about 90 minutes. And Brooklyn people love the tour. I think they're our most enthusiastic audience, but we also get a lot of tourists that like the tour. And yeah, it's jam-packed with historical information, but we also tell a lot of stories that we have like kind of curated and pulled from history that are
And we have
great.
videos.
Okay.
And
On the
they're-
website?
No, on the
Oh,
Trolley
and
the
video
thing-
oh, that's
stream.
awesome.
Yes.
Little documentaries that we play.
And it's available for kids' parties and bar
Yeah.
mitzvahs and
Bagel parties.
bagel parties.
Bagel parties.
Murder mystery? Have we done a murder mystery night yet?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
thanks for the idea. Not bad.
Anytime. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for being
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah,
Good
thanks
to
for
meet
having
you.
us. Appreciate
Nice
it.
to meet you.
It's what is it, MadameMorbid.com. Check it out, or just find the trolley somewhere in Brooklyn.
We'll find you.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll come pick you up.
See you next time.